Time and again, the three Abrahamic faiths, with so much in common, have been at worst the bloodiest of enemies, and at best, benign but indifferent neighbors.
In the Holy Land itself, there is very little dialogue that takes place between the people who live there. The Muslims live in their own end of town, and so do the Christians, and so do the Jews. And there is little opportunity, and it's hard to say it in Canadian language. It's not politically correct to bring up these things in the Holy Land.
Partly it's because Jerusalem is the site of all the holy sites for the three monotheistic religions. While government authorities and authorities at the highest level in the church may speak of coexistence, cooperation, an attempt to be fair to each other, we have to realize that in most of life, the day-to-day existence is carried on by lower-level officials, many of whom have prejudices, many of whom have painful experiences that color the way in which they see things. For example, at the Holy Sepulchre, the great shrine, which is the place of the death and burial and resurrection of Jesus, you've got 6 different Christian denominations or churches. The religious leaders have tried to come together. But when you talk to the priests who were there, they remember, well, 10 years ago, the Copts did this, or the Orthodox did that, or the Roman Catholics did that. And they don't easily forget. It's the same thing also in Israel.
For the last 28 years, the Palestinian people have been living under Israeli occupation. And this occupation has not helped towards a good feeling for interreligious dialogue. Today, 1995, 2 years after the signing of the peace process, the whole of the West Bank is under siege. Christians and Muslims living just 15 minutes away from Jerusalem have no access to their holy places. A Christian today cannot come and pray in the Holy Sepulchre. A Muslim cannot go to Al-Aqsa coming from Ramallah or from Bethlehem. He needs to have a special permit. And to get this permit from the Israeli authorities is almost impossible for the majority of the Palestinian people. So this political situation has not been conducive to dialogue between the three religions.
The Israeli government, I think, is trying to be very fair to the Arabs, try to be as cooperative as they can, but they're dealing with tensions and different views among their own citizens, among their own Israelis who are fearful of Arabs. And of course, policemen pick up the prejudices from their families. They remember slights or hurts that were visited on them as children, and so when they're in a position to push some Arab youngsters around, they do it. And it's that kind of thing, I think, that makes for difficulty in coexistence. It's a human level where the faith is lived out, and these are where the tensions exist.
Relations among Jews, Christians, and Muslims in the tiny country of Israel influence relations among these religions throughout the world. Here at home, we do not have to search our memories very long for first-hand acquaintance with misunderstandings and stereotypical thinking between Christians and Jews. Today, the drama of North American discrimination extends to the recent newcomer, the Muslim.
When I was growing up in high school, some of my biggest obstacles were just the stereotypes. People would think, oh, you're a Muslim. Oh, are you a terrorist? During the Gulf War, I played the French horn. A student made a comment, oh, do you have a bomb in your French horn? And they made it, I didn't take it seriously per se, but later on I thought about it and I was shocked that they could have said that.
Muslim children in North America are suffering quite badly because of the negative stereotype of Arabs, especially children who grow up in Orthodox or confused Muslim families who are trying very hard to hold on to their roots and don't know how to hold on and become a part of this society at the same time.
Muslims have their share of troublemakers, as do Jews, as do Christians, as do anybody else. We do a great disservice to Muslims and ultimately to ourselves, and especially to the Canadian society, the kind of Canadian society and the kind of American society that we're trying to evolve. We do us all collectively great harm by thinking of people in such outdated terminology, which doesn't mean a thing. I mean, is the Muslim on your street a terrorist? Have you met a Muslim in America and Canada who has 4 wives? Do you know of a Muslim who is going out to blow a bomb somewhere?
Thank you.